Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is LoLCast 101 with your boy HighInFiber. I'm this guy right here. And today we got some arranged 5 League of Legends actions for you today. And this is really the only way you should ever play League of Legends. If you have ever solo queued, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But let's take a quick moment to take a look at the roster we've got going on today. Today we have Karthus going in the mid, Ahri going up top, and Caitlyn Pantheon running the kill lane bottom. Opposing team has Jarvan in the jungle, Graves, Janna bottom, Tryndamere going top, and AP Karma mid. Alright. For anybody who's never played League of Legends, today we'll take a quick moment to just give you a quick overview of the game, because really there's not going to be any action for another minute and 20 seconds or so. This building right here is called the Nexus. There's one on either side of the map, and the object of the game is to destroy it. There are turrets in the way. You'll see 2 in front of it and 3 in each lane. And there's these little things here called inhibitors. If you manage to destroy one of these, you will get what are called super minions, and they basically just come around and beat the crap out of everything. You'll probably get to see those later on in the match. And the only way you can destroy any building is if you get the one in front of it. So in order to take the middle inhibitor, you see these 3 turrets here on the mini-map. They have to be destroyed first. I am doing what's called jungling. You will see a bunch of camp areas. You'll see one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. And it is my job to basically go around and just farm those up as many times as humanly possible. This one here that I'm starting at and this one here will give me a buff. The one I'm doing right off the bat is called the Ancient Golem. It is the blue buff. It will give me increased cooldown reduction as well as mana regeneration. And these 2 camps are the only way I'll be able to hit level 2 right off the bat, which is something that you used to be able to do doing this camp up here, the double golems, but that is no longer the case. So as our team decides to farm up, we'll take a check at the lanes once again. Karma is, of course, going mid. Tryndamere is, of course, going top. Tryndamere top will be a bad lane for our team, but it is not something that is going to be a huge deal. It looked like they tried to do the level 1 bush rape gank, but it didn't work out. Here we am, just smacking away at the golem. I just used my smite spell. Down it goes. We're going to shoot across the map as many times as we can. Fizzban on already up top is one of the newer champions in the league. At the time, it was the newest champion. It was a little bit of an older match. Now we have Victor, who has since come out. And let's take a look here at Karma. She is running ability power, what seems to be per level runes. And that will pose a problem for Umbral as Karthus in mid. But to be fair, Karthus in mid he's a really squishy champion. And when we say squishy, we mean they're very frail, they're very easy to take down, but he will do a lot of damage, which is kind of how they balanced it out. And down here we have a very pivotal lane. We have Caitlyn and Pantheon versus Graves and Janna. They do have a more balanced attack, and there is their jungle. His name is Jarvan, and it does look like we might get a first blood here. Maybe not. Jarvan is seen thanks to these traps that Caitlyn likes to lay down. And they're really getting aggressive in a 2v3 situation. And I do believe there is first blood. Caitlyn does go down. Unfortunately, with League Replay, it will not be up to date. As you can see, health bars are disappearing. And that's just a bug with the client. It is a fan-made mod, if you will, and so it's not perfect. I will be perfect. You'll be able to see my stats all the time, but for the first little while, I won't be doing much. Let's check out how mid's doing. Umbral is low. I just got my red buff, so I will be able to gank very soon. Karma is going to be able to win this lane due to her massive sustain, and she is going to get a kill on the tower. Karma going up early. Anybody who says Karma is not a strong champion is just wrong. Not really. Karma is still pretty weak, but as you'll be able to see later in this match, she really just is able to help her team very well. Down bottom, this is not something you ever want to do, folks. Support Pantheon is actually very, very bad. It is good in a kill lane, which is what we're trying to run here, but unfortunately the people who do the kill lane are not the greatest at it. And unfortunately that means I'm going to be trolling some people that I'm arranged with. I'm pinging Tryndamere saying I'm coming to gank, and we're all in Skype, and I said I'm coming the long way, wait for me. And Tryndamere's going to run in, and Ari's just going to get caught and will waste flash, and then comes back. I don't know why you'd come back with that much health. Tryndamere will be able to one-shot you, and that is what's going to happen. I'm able to smack him. I'm going to grab my W for that increased steroid, we call it, and I'm going to land a Q, and that's basically going to mean he will die. I'm going to flash and E, and there's a kill for the Malphite in the jungle. How are the other lanes doing? Karma's at full, or we think she's at full, and Umbral is at full as well. Bottom seems to be going as expected. Pantheon is not around. He's probably buying, and that is the case. Let's take a look at CS and items. Karthus starts with boots and 3 potions. Has now got a ruby crystal going on towards his Rod of the Ancients. Jarvan is now in middle, but he's not going to be doing anything. Pantheon now has his gold per 10 item, the Philosopher's Stone. I have mine as well. And Caitlyn has not backed yet, except for when she died. And, of course, she only has 21 CS at 6 minutes, so it's kind of low. I'm saying I'm going to gank. I have red buff, and we can probably get a kill off. And there's that shield that she pulls off, and that's just not going to be anything. I'm not even going to be able to break that. These little minions here, these are what you move into this number, the CS, the creep score. And obviously every minion is worth money. The more money minions you have, the more items you have. And I just got invited to a game, and I have to decline it, which is kind of unfortunate. But I say I'm going to come around again. I have no mana, but Philosopher's Stone will be able to give me some enough to land an E of some sort, or maybe a Q, depending on how I decide to play this out. And I do land the E, and I smack her once. She's just going to walk away, and I say, get out of the lane. Up top, we have Tryndamere and Ari once again exchanging. Ari's going to try and poke away at a range. Tryndamere's going to want to get in and attack and then get out. And that is something he should be able to do if he can. If Ari lands skill shots, maybe she can actually win the lane, but it's not a great situation for her. There's Jarvan in the lane once again. The ward placement is just terrible. It's not even in the friggin' bush. And it does look like there might be another kill here. We'll see how the ganks play out. And Jarvan just landing his red buff. Graves is just pocketing it. And Pantheon decides to go back for some reason. I don't know why. This is still a 3v2 situation, and it is not one that they're going to be able to live. It does look like they're going to get a kill. The Karthus ult, which was that laser that flew down from the top that you saw, will almost pick up a kill on his own. He doesn't even get an assist for it, though, which is unfortunate. And Pantheon does live to fight another day, as I just continue to do my thing in the jungle. And once I hit level 6, my already strong ganks will now become basically god tier, as Umbral is now being zoned out away from his tower. As I'm saying, I've just got to pick this up, and then we'll deal with Karma later. Item-wise, the other team is winning. It does look like our team has not backed as much, or is just not farming as well. Karma's got 45 CS, most in the game, now at 50. I have 32, which is surprisingly one of the higher on my team. I am an AoE jungle, so it will, help me out there. Karma's 2 levels ahead of me, but I'm thinking I'm going to go in on her anyway. See if I can't kill her on a tower. Ult in, land a Q, and she's just going to heal it up. But I'm thinking maybe, no, she landed me with her slow, which is unfortunate. It did waste my ultimate, but it did get her off of the tower, and it did make her, put her in a situation where she probably wants to go back and now buy some items. Jan is now warding the map. These things here are called wards. They give you vision of an area. Unfortunately, this one here is terrible. It's not in the bush, so they're basically going to be in a bad position to get ganked once again by the Jarvan. It did look like Karma decided to not back because she does have sustain with a heal, and will stay in lane and continue to punish this Karthus in the mid lane. Up top, Tryndamere is just farming away, is doing his thing. Not too concerned with him at this point because I am a champion who scales really well with the armor, and that is going to make Tryndamere really hate his life. Now, this misses the wall, so that's going to be once again another situation that's really bad, and he's going down, and he's now stuck because of his ultimate. He was stuck in the AoE of Karthus, but I'm not going to be able to kill Jarvan on my own, so I'm just going to walk away. No, they know they can't kill me as well. We're just going to continue to watch this dance down bottom. It does look like maybe Graves can pick up another kill. Nope. I can't really tell with the HPs at all. Oh, Graves might actually go down. We'll see how things play out. And we'll see. Oh, no, Karthus should pick up a kill here. And there is the kill on the Graves. That is one reason that you want to have Karthus on your team. And this time I'm saying, can you get out of this? She's once again got that massive shield, but she's going to go down. And Umbral gets the kill this time, unfortunately. I wanted that kill. But I'm going to try and come up top and help Fizzban against this Tryndamere, because Tryndamere's getting a little arrogant. He's like, he hasn't ganked in a while. He killed me the only time he did gank, but, you know, whatever. And I think he warded. That is what looked like the case may be. Or if he didn't, he just threw it down. We'll see how things play out there. But mid tower is being pushed. Bottom tower is being pushed, maybe. We got to teleport in from the Caitlyn. Why Caitlyn has teleport, I do not know. But I never said the people I played with were smart kids. I just said I'm playing an arranged fives game. So continue on away with the jungle. I am 1-0-1. One of two people on the team that hasn't died yet, the other being Pantheon, which is may change right here, right now. And that is exactly what happens. Down he goes. Once again ganked. This time the ward is in the bush, but you know, it's a much better placement if it's not somewhere where you can come the long way. It does look like Karthus is going to get caught here. 4-on-1, and just caught with the ultimate on Jarvan. And Caitlyn, or who picked up? Karma gets the kill once again. And they're in a perfect position to take Dragon. Nobody can contest that. I suppose I could go in, but I'm not going to be able to contest that 1v4. And up top, it does look like maybe Ahri's going to go down again. Nope, Tryndamere's going to back off, and I'm thinking, I can't contest a Dragon. I might as well push some punishment on this tower. And grab a little bit more gold for myself. And maybe Caitlyn's going to go down as well. No, it does look like they're going to back off. And here I get caught. And this is unfortunate. I'm going to go this way, and I'm thinking maybe I can outrun her. Where's Jarvan? Oh, there he is. Crap, I don't have mana for an ultimate. If I had mana for an ultimate, I could live. And just maybe, just log, maybe. No, there it goes me, because I didn't have any mana. I'm going to go up and buy a Heart of Gold and have 2 gold for 10 items, which is perfect. Be able to farm up even more gold alongside my jungle. And Karma's shield is just massive at this point. Unfortunately, well, I wish League Replay had the ability to run spectator mode, which would be freaking sweet. Make my life so much easier. But as you can see, Karma's at 81 creep score. Tryndamere's at 75. He's not backed in a while based off his item choices. And he might actually take a tower here. We'll see. He's going to back off. Jarvan, like me, is running 2 gold per 10 items, but he only has boots tier 1. I have boots tier 2, which means he hasn't backed in a while. Karma just took mid, and she's in a situation where she could probably have killed the Karthus. Check out. You'll see me check scores very often in this. If for no other reason than I like to know where everything is. I like to keep score. It's, oh, am I gonna catch Karma? I don't even remember what I do here. I decided to let her go. I don't even bother looking at her, and I just go straight for my blue buff. I decide maybe she's going to come here. And it did look like that might have been the case. But there she is. And I'm going to smite this, I believe. And, oh, I missed the ultimate, but I know she's got to go the other way. And I'm going to land it slow on her. That should be the end of her. And I E for the kill. Once again, Malphite says, get out of my jungle. That's my buff. And now we're in a situation where we can fight, but we can't see anything, and our team's going to get caught. It was a beautiful placement of an E on top of or Jarvan on top of a cloud from the for the Graves cloud. And I'm going to walk away. I'm like, crap. Can I live? And I'm going to be able to walk out of there barely. Now, because I have a lot of health regen, I'm going to seem like I can live a few more hits, especially now that my shield's back up. But that was a very well played fight by the other team. We are actually down by 5 kills, which is surprising. We're also down in towers, and we're down in creep score. This is not looking good right off the bat early on, especially when Tryndamere and Graves scale really well in the late game. If Karma can get really fed, her shield is basically going to be able to keep her team alive through everything. And then Janna, who has not died yet, and Jarvan, who has not died yet, can be a real problem for our team. Janna, because of her massive amount of crowd control, as well as her another very strong shield, and then Jarvan, just because he is a very beefy, tanky DPS right in the middle of every fight always. But thankfully, I am able to counter Tryndamere, Graves, and Jarvan because I do scale with armor, as you can see here. This yellow number that says 70, that means I gain extra power based on my armor, my current armor, which would increase based off of my brutal strikes, I believe. And I do find Tryndamere. I land a Q on him, but I'm going to let him walk away because Karma seems like the bigger treat to me right now. And I'm not going to be able to 1v1 Tryndamere anytime soon. The longer she gets cocky and stays at the tower, I'll be able to come in, land the ultimate this time, and just continue to slow her. But that shield, oh my goodness, look at it. It's just everywhere. We're just going to continue to use our abilities that give us movement speed and such. But unfortunately, I am going to get another kill with the E. I'm not letting Karthus take that one. I said, fuck you, you took the last one. This one belongs to Malphite. Continue. There's Jarvan once again coming bottom. The Janna ultimate kind of screws over Pantheon. He does go down. Graves is now on a killing spree, and he looks like he's well underway to getting either a Bloodthirster or an Infinity Edge based on his preference. Jarvan already has his Phage. He can turn that into a Trinity Force or a Frozen Mallet based on his personal preference. Both items work very well. And let's scare Tryndamere away once again. Tryndamere has a Wriggle's Lantern and is working towards a Zeal by the looks of things. And he's just going to be able to have that free ward in his lane so he knows when I'm coming all the time and lifesteal a lot back. Karma now has her Death Cap. Our Karthus now has his Rod of Ages and has begun stacking. The Death Cap obviously gives more ability power than the Rod of Ages does, but the Rod of Ages will give health and mana, which will allow him to hopefully combat this Karma a little bit. So I'm going to try and farm on some tower a little bit. Look at CS once again. Karma's at 108. Tryndamere now has the most in the game at 111. Ahri's caught up at 109. I have 76. I have fallen behind, but it's to be expected. And Ahri's going to go down being caught by a 3-man gank. At least I think she's going to go down. She might survive based off her ultimate. No, she's way too low. Umbrella's going to come in and get a kill. Oh, it does look like Fizzman's going to live, but the shield is going to keep Karma alive. Jarvan is going to pick up another kill, but Ahri is going to pick that one up thanks to a very low HP amount given from the AoE damage on the Karthus. As you can see, our team is all negative except for me, and Karma is just going to get a little arrogant here. What is she going to do? She's going to be able to heal herself really, really well, and if Ahri tries to fight, she is going to go down, and it does look like she's going to get caught on the tower. Tryndamere is able to tower dive, no problem whatsoever, and I'm going to come up here now. I have my ultimate. I know I'm going to get a kill, if not two, and there's one. Oh, I don't get it. I land the Q. I'm not letting her get away this time. She's not going to be able to outrun me, but her shield is massive. Unfortunately, and she has this really overpowered, nice little heal there. But I'm going to be able to continue to slow her and pick up a... Oh my goodness, she just continues to shield up everything, and I have to walk away. That is unfortunate 101 right there. Did look like... Did Pantheon go down? Pantheon went down again, but he's 0-4, and we kind of expected this. Karthus gets a kill, and he's going to walk away at this point, and he's just like, I'm going to let you 1v1 Jarvan, who's 5-1, and is, of course, getting the Frozen Mallet. There's nothing we can do, really, here. He's going to be able to walk away. Pantheon's going to jump in, but we can't really kill him. He's really tanky at this point. He's got this slow. I'm basically going to say, you guys go ahead and chase. You're going to get caught at some point. And I think they decide to back off. I'm going to go mid, hopefully, and grab some farm. And I missed another kill. Graves picking up a kill on the tower. He did, of course, go for the Bloodthirster. Very strong item on every AD champion in the game, because it will allow you to gain a lot of attack damage based off your creep score. And he is at 119, so he's going to have no problem farming that up whatsoever. I'm now catching up. I thought Ahri was already at 111. I guess the game kind of bugged out a little bit, or the replay bugged out a little bit. So I am still up there in terms of CS with my team. And stunned on the AoE damage. Always a great thing to have. Always when you have crowd control, you want to have the hard CC. And Jenna just jukes so hard. Oh, I wish you could type in these things, but she's going to try and sacrifice on the tower, and I said nope. And Fizzman is going to pick up a kill. And Karma, once again, is just picking away at a tower, and look at that damage she has. It's just really, really strong. And she's on the tower, but she is now going to die because I saved my ult for her, and there's just too much stun on one tower and just too much damage. Look at items now. Our Caitlyn is working towards an Infinity Edge. I have a Frozen Heart, which is going to be great for their attack speed, like Graves and Tryndamere. And Karma's mentioning the fact that my ultimate's always up for her. Our team is looking towards building the double Woda strategy. Woda being Will of the Ancients. It gives a buff to all champions that gives them a little bit extra ability power, which is this number here. For me, I don't have any. As well as Spell Vamp, which will allow you to heal off of your abilities. Now, they don't actually stack for everybody, but if two people on the team actually have them, that will mean that the person who has it and the person who has the other one will both get these stacks. Tryndamere looked like he took my red buff, which is unfortunate, but there's really not much he can do. He doesn't really have any damage items except for a pickaxe, and 25 attack damage does not scare me when I have 305 armor. It's 23 minutes into the game. I have plenty of armor. We're about the halfway mark of this matchup right here. And does look like another little skirmish here, and it does look like Pantheon doesn't even know what he's doing. He kind of rushes in and does his combo and then tries to run away. But it doesn't really make sense. They get another tower. We still don't have any. And double kill picked up by Graves here. Unfortunately, I think I might have been here to see it, but the way the replay was working, it's not going to allow you to see it. I see 4 people going bottom. There's another tower that is likely going to go down. with Jarvan and Graves able to just push this, and Karma can just walk behind the tower and do her Karma thing. And even Tryndamere's here, so there are 5 people here now at this point, and we are very far behind. We have only 6 kills, which isn't too bad, but I missed the ultimate, but it does get me up in there, and I'm gonna pick up a kill, hopefully. Oh my goodness, that is a massive shield, and I am actually gonna go down at this point, I believe. Tryndamere is actually gonna have no damage items, so he's not gonna be able to kill me. He still has 210 AD, which is scary. I guess he's got about 50 from items, but that shouldn't give him... He's got to have like 80 per level or something. Oh, Agavol gets the snipe kill on the Jarvan. He's going to go down very easily, which is unfortunately what's going to happen when you don't have any armor prior to a snipe from Caitlyn. Though to be fair, Caitlyn's 2 and 5. She's not going to be doing a hell of a lot. I'm 3 and 1. I'm building to my Randuins at this point. I have 263 armor. When I pop W, that's going to be well over 300. As you can see, it's at 329. And I pop that so I have more damage on my E, as well as giving me an extra attack damage bonus. And I think we might be able to get our first tower. I'm not sure what the health is. Unfortunately, the replay is not working on that sense of the things and the stuff. And we're just going to go over here and try and take Dragon from under their noses while they hopefully try and push Karthus from stopping. And either they're going to do that, which Tryndamere does, which means they're not going to be able to contest this 4-on-4 because Janna's not really a real champion in terms of damage. Yes, she has a lot of crowd control, which is fantastic to have, but we're now going to catch Graves, hopefully. And do I waste ultimate to get this guy? I don't think I do. I do, because we don't really need it, and I'm going to not get the kill, but our team will. And Jarvan is now going to get caught as well. He does have a lot of health, but he's going to get landed on by the Pantheon ult, and he doesn't have mana. But Ari's going to pick up a kill. Unfortunately, we don't get it on camera. And we're going to try and get Janna. She's going to flash over into the Wraith camp, and that is a massive double shield, but Agavolt's going to pick up a kill here. He is now closing in on breaking towards even. Ari is now positive. Our team is kind of coming back. I'm sitting here like, is there a red buff up? No, it's not. I can't steal it. And Karma's shield basically just tanked an entire, just tanked a Caitlyn snipe. Granted, she doesn't have any true items at 26 minutes in the game. She's very far behind. Tryndamere is above and beyond everybody in the game in terms of farm, which is really, he's even kind of low when you think about it. 26 minutes, almost 30 minutes in the game. You should be at the 200 mark, if not higher than that. If you're aiming to really, if you want to become a competitive player in this game called League of Legends, you're really going to need to focus on your creep score. Nobody in this game is doing a very good job of it. I have an excuse being the jungle, and I'm going to give Ari their blue buff because why not? And Tryndamere, you are going to get caught. And I really just want to ultimate him, but I know that's going to happen. So I say, let's just walk away. He's going to bait us to his team. Drop a word on Baron, which is this guy right here. And this guy will probably play a role later on in this game. Baron, for those of you who are new to the game or never played League of Legends before in your lives, gives your team a very strong buff. It gives you increased health generation, mana generation, as well as a lot of money. I believe it's 300 gold per person on the team, which is equivalent of 1 champion kill to a champion that's not negative. At this point in the game, I would be worth 300. Ari would be worth maybe a little more. I know Caitlyn would be worth more than 300 because she's on a killing spree, so she's worth bonus gold. And if it does look like she might go down here because the team is just going to catch her, and down she goes. And I'm coming up here. I'm thinking we can get a kill, but I'm gonna pull off the. I'm going to pull off a kill on Karma, and Graves is going to juke, and I'm just like, I can chase him, but I won't get a kill because Karthus is ultimate, and he's going to manage to get a double kill. Where was Tryndamere? Where did he die? Oh, he was over here. And that is the thing with Karthus. If you don't know what's going on, you're going to pick up double kills, and we're going to miss them. And that's what happened there. Now I have my Randuins. I'm working towards an item called Shirelia's Reverie. It will give our team a movement speed buff when I activate it. Randuins will give their team a movement slow as well as an attack speed slow, so it scales really, really good with Malphite because it'll scale with his Q as well as his E buff, or debuff rather, and he'll just basically be able to sit there and become a really strong bruiser, which is how I like to play Malphite. He can be played as a mage based off of, he's got 2 abilities that scale with ability power, as you can see, his Q does as well as his ultimate, but I like playing him as a tanky DPS bruiser because his E is a much better skill overall, and it's just really, really nice to have a really strong guy in the middle, able to take all this damage, as well as push out a lot of AoE damage, which is something that you can really do. So we now have actually caught up a little bit. We have 2 towers, they have 6. We might actually get a 3rd here thanks to Caitlyn, and we will. And Karma is just going to get stunned in the AoE once again and go down. Apparently Graves was somewhere and Ari got that kill. It must have been up here and I missed it. But you can't catch everything, and unfortunately it does look like maybe Tryndamere is going to go down. He's going to pop his ultimate, which is called Undying Rage, and it does look like he might survive because, well, he's Tryndamere. Oh, Ari comes in, but it does look like Umbral picks up the kill somehow. I'm not sure what he killed him with. Maybe his Q. I didn't see a dot anywhere, but that does seem like the most logical thing. So Umbral is going to heal up and is gonna, just do a bunch of damage. And Tryndamere, or not Tryndamere, Jarvan's gonna go down, and we're gonna pick up another tower. And at this point, we're really catching up in terms of items, and Tryndamere now has his Infinity Edge, and that's going to be a problem, but he's not going to be able to focus me down. I just have too much armor for him to do anything. Karma I'm not too concerned about because I know I can survive her burst damage, and Mantra, which is what's going to give her all that burst damage, is going to have a bit of a cooldown. And I'm like, you're not going anywhere, buddy. I'm on a rampage, and I'm going to just run away, and their team's going to chase me instead of Karthus, because Karthus lands a slow. And I'm going to pop, maybe I pop Shirelia's, I don't remember. If I remember, I have it. There it is, I pop it, I'm going to try and get away, but they have a movement speed buff too, and it's like, oh no! Can I get there? And it doesn't look like, thanks to my shield and the Caitlyn trap, I might actually get away. In fact, it might even result in a kill, because Karma's really getting greedy. That shield is really strong though, and I'm like, do I want to go in? Do I want to go in? You know what? Let's go in. Ari's probably going to get the kill, and she does, because Ari's just got a lot of burst damage as well, and she can get in and out of fights pretty quickly with that dash. And thanks to Shirelia's Reverie giving me that extra health regeneration, I'm going to be able to just stay in lane. I mean, I'm back up to half health already, which is just fantastic. By the time I get to Dragon, I'll be well over half. That doesn't, of course, include my shield. But, you know, that shield is really, really strong. So, at this point, you know, Tryndamere is going to be one of those, the guy I don't want to have win the game, because Tryndamere, as a late game carry, is arguably the best in the game. One of the few who beat him, Nasus, who can, you know, the longer the game goes, the stronger he gets. But Tryndamere, if he starts to get really, really fed, and we use the term fed to explain, you know, high creep scores, you know, really good items. He's got the most creep score in the game, but he doesn't really have all that many items. He just has the Infinity Edge, which admittedly gives a lot of damage, and I don't know what happened there. Apparently got a kill. I'm trying to explain some stuff. I'm trying to farm up myself, and I should be able to do that, no problem. And they stepped on a trap. They're going to run away. But as I mentioned about the Infinity Edge, it's a very strong item. It gives the most base attack damage in the game. The Bloodthirster will give more total if you can get it farmed up, but unfortunately you have to keep it farmed up. If you die, you lose all of your Bloodthirster stacks. So let's see if I can find example. The Bloodthirster on Griffs, he has 7 stacks, which means he's got 7 creep score on it. Up to 40 you can get. And I knew there's no way I was going to get into a fight if one started. I might as well just farm up some more because of my 2 forms of AoE damage thanks to my E and my W. And Karthus already has his blue buff, so we're going to give this one to Ahri. And I could have just taken it, but at this point I have enough mana regen where I'm not concerned. Especially when I really just want to just get in and do a bunch of damage. And I bought a Thornmail, so now this Tryndamere is really, really scared of me. I don't know if they just grabbed Baron, which is not something I'm totally surprised by. We were split up. They can do that very, very easily. Their Jarvan picked up a Last Whisper, and he's got 40% armor penetration, which, when you have 403 armor, is probably going to help you, but not when I'm, very, very strong. At this point in the game, we're still behind. We are now winning in kills, but League of Legends is an objective-based game. They have the Baron buff, and I can show you, maybe if I can click on the there's up here. Exalted with Baron Nashor, and I can't get in the camera and stay in the camera. They're just kind of dancing around. It gives health and mana regeneration, and they get increased attack damage and ability power. It's a very strong buff. It will give your team an advantage. If you are behind, it could be the thing that gets you back in the game, and if you're already ahead, it could be the thing that seals the deal. Unfortunately, it's not going to be something that will automatically determine team fights. We do have better poke, and I'm basically going to say, let's go, engage, and we're going to get stuck, but so is their entire team, and I'm going to get a kill, possibly 2. I think I might actually go for it. I do. I say, come here. And I get another kill, and Fizzman gets that one, which is unfortunate. I wanted it. And I'm going to just see if I can't catch whoever survived. They have 1 person left on their team, or no, 2. Karma and Janna. We're not going to be able to catch them, but this is a perfect time to counter push. There are 2 people left on their team that are not going to be able to stop us from taking at least 1 tower. As you can see, the top tower is going down as well. We're just going to take this one, and actually Kaylin's going to teleport up to the top lane and see if she can't take that tower. And we do get that one, and we are going to get this one as well. So we have now caught up in towers. We are now ahead in kills, or we're still ahead in kills. And in terms of items, I think our team has the advantage. We do have that double Will of the Ancients. I'm going to miss my ultimate, and I don't even care. Because, well, I am just God tier at this point. My kid's like, you're going to get caught. I was like, I don't care. I can survive. I'm going to walk away and, just regenerate a little bit of health. If we decide to follow, we can engage on them. And down goes Karma once again. And I'm going to be able to see, Jarvan's going to ultimate. I don't know what that was for. He's probably trying to kill Umbral, which he does, no problem. Oh, the shield is going to keep him alive. Fizzban, Ahri is going to pick up another kill. And we are now pushing our advantage, which is what you really want to do. When you get the lead, you want to keep the lead. And I go back, and I believe I buy at this point. I'm sitting, and I'm thinking. And I think I decide to buy a Guardian Angel, which will basically mean I've died once and I'll never die again. It's an item that will allow you to die and then come back to life with a little bit amount of health. I do not have enough for it. I just buy the Chain Vest, and I might even, no, I'm going to just go get the red buff. We're trying, I don't know what Ahri's doing. I guess he's legendary now. He does whatever he wants. He has enough spell vamp. We grab a tower. We're not going to be able to kill this Jarvan because the 2 of them don't have enough damage, and he actually gets a kill. So that is how much he cares. And they're going to be able to chase down this Pantheon as well and pick up a second kill. And it's actually going to go to Janna, which is, you know, not the best person to have kills. I mean, that's her first kill. She has 16 assists, which is most in the game. I have 4. Actually, no, Karthus is the most, but to be fair, Karthus is going to get those with his multiple forms of AoE damage. He's either going to get kills or plenty of assists. I know he's pinging Dragon. I was like, he's thinking we can just take this. I was like, then go for it. Because frankly, it is not really a point where we can have the advantage. It's nice to have an extra bit of gold at this point, but we're at the point in the game where it is now late game. If we're gonna win, we're gonna do it very soon, and if we're not gonna win, they're gonna come back and win very soon. As you can see, they now have 2 Last Whispers as they see me just stacking armor, and I really don't care because Last Whispers do not stop Thorn Mails, and when you have 471 armor, it just doesn't matter. So I decided I did buy the Guardian Angel. If they do manage to take me down, I'm going to just come back and they'll be wasting too much time. I tell my team I'm built, let's just win the game. I'm the only person in the game that's actually fully built. Ari's close, but my build is a lot cheaper. Death Cap is a very expensive item. One of the higher ones. And I just say, let's go. I don't even care. And I'm going to get knocked out because of a Janna ultimate, but now I'm just going to be like, you know what? Pick up another kill, maybe. No, Karthus going to get that one. And now I'm saying, you know what? Fight me. I don't even care. Pantheon ultimate was really bad, frankly. But I'm going to just chase down this Janna, and I don't even care because I can take her out. My slow's a bit more overpowered, and I was like, no, mine. And that, my friends, is how you initiate as Malphite. They don't have an inhibitor tower. This is an advantage that will lead to the end of the game. And yes, Karma can't stop 4-on-1. Jarvan can't stop this. I mean, I now have the most. I have the most farm on our team, which is sad. And here I go. I believe I even go for the ultimate here. I know I don't get in range. I said, let's just get the inhib. If they decide to push out, I'll ultimate them. Or maybe it's not actually up, and my replay is bugged. I'm not sure which, but no, there it is. And I say, what up? I'm gonna be able to look at this. I'm tanking a tower. These scale higher and higher as the match goes on. I grab another kill on the tower. I don't even care. I'm still taking tower shots, and this is when I realize it. And I was like, really? I was taking that many tower shots and didn't do any damage. So I'm legendary. Ari's legendary. We're going to grab another tower, another inhib more than likely. See if we can't show you a super minion. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. Actually, that's super minion for the purple side. They're very, very strong, and I'm sitting here just like regenerating all my health. I'll be able to push another tower down. It is clearly a good game here. So thank you guys for watching LoLCast 101 with your boy HighInFiber. If you enjoyed this video or didn't enjoy this video, please let me know in either the comment section or by thumbing up this video or thumbing down this video. I will probably do some more League of Legends related stuff as the days continue, and we will always have sort of exciting content. And if you want to see more, hit that subscription button up top. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace. Double explosion.